Hello dear students. Today I am going to explain you question number 10th of your textbook. Here is the question. Vala Manuf Limited of Dhandhuka issued 4 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 60 per share. Amount was called up per share as under. On application rupees 23 including premium rupees 20. On allotment rupees 34 including premium rupees 30. On final call rupees 13 including premium of rupees 10. Company received applications for 6 lakh shares. Excess applications were rejected and money paid thereon was refunded. Amount due on allotment and final call were called up in time. All amounts due on allotment and call were received except allotment and final call money on 500 shares held by Himmat Bhai and final call money on 300 shares held by Hema. We have to pass necessary journal entries in the books of company for above transactions. Here, as you can see that here equity shares are issued at a premium. See, a company may receive the amount of securities premium reserve in lump sum or in installments. Premium on shares may be collected by a company either with application money or with the allotment money or even with one of the calls money depending on the terms of issue. The accounting treatment in different cases will be, let us see the first one here. Now let us see the first one when amount of premium is payable with the application money. So here journal entry passed on receipt of application money would be bank account debit and equity share application account credit by rupees 1 crore 38 lakh. That is 6 lakh shares as company received applications for 6 lakh shares. So 6 lakh shares will be multiplied by rupees 23. Rupees 23 is the amount per share at the time of application, which includes premium money. So here bank account will be debited with the total application money including premium money, that is 1 crore 38 lakh, and equity share application account will be credited by rupees 1 crore 38 lakh. It should be observed from this entry that securities premium reserve account is not credited although it is received. Securities premium reserve account is not credited at this stage because it becomes due only when shares are allotted and not earlier. If securities premium reserve account is credited and the shares are not allotted to the applicant, the amount will have to be refunded. Now let us see second journal entry when the shares are allotted. Here, share application account will be debited by rupees 1 crore 38 lakh. That is the amount with the total application money payable including premium. Then equity share capital account will be credited with the application money payable towards share capital, that is 4 lakh multiplied by rupees 3. Here company allotted 4 lakh equity shares as company issued 4 lakh equity shares only. So 4 lakh shares multiplied by 3. Rupees 3 is the amount per share at the time of application excluding premium, which will be transferred to equity share capital account. So 4 lakh multiplied by 3, that comes to 12 lakh. Then security premium account will be credited with the amount of premium paid with application money, that is 80 lakh. That is 4 lakh multiplied by rupees 20, that is premium amount per share at the time of application. Then bank account will be credited by rupees 46 lakh. Here company received excess application, that is 6 lakh minus 4 lakh. Company received applications for 6 lakh shares and company issued only 4 lakh equity shares. That means here company received excess share applications, uh, that is 2 lakh shares. So here excess application money will be refunded. So here bank account will be credited as bank balance will decrease. So bank account will be credited by rupees 46 lakh, that is 2 lakh multiplied by rupees 23. Now, so here in this question, you can see that amount of premium on share is called at every stage, like along with share application and at the time of share allotment and also at the time of share final call. When company has good reputation in market, has high profitability, internal and external factors are favorable, and also if company has already issued shares in the past and market price of its share was more than the face value of shares, then company can issue shares at a price more than its face value or nominal value. When company issues share at a price higher than the face value, the shares are said to be issued at premium, as we can see in this question. So when shares are issued at premium, the amount received in excess of face value of shares is credited to a separate account. As per Companies Act, such amount is carried to security premium account or securities premium reserve account. The premium on issue of share is a capital profit. So here you can see that your security premium account is credited when premium amount is received. Now let us see next entry. When the amount of share premium is called with allotment money. So here our entry would be equity share allotment account will be debited uh, by rupees 1 crore 36 lakh. Here it is. That is the amount, we can say, with the total allotment money payable including premium. That is 4 lakh multiplied by rupees 34. That comes to 1 crore 36 lakh. Then share capital account, equity share capital account will be credited with the allotment money payable towards share capital. That is 4 lakh multiplied by 4. 4 is the amount per share excluding premium at the time of allotment. That comes to 16 lakh. Then security premium account will be credited by rupees with the amount of premium paid with allotment money. That is 4 lakh multiplied by rupees 30. That comes to 1 crore 20 lakh. Here rupees 30 is the amount of premium per share called with allotment. Now let us see next journal entry when allotment money is received. Here our journal entry would be bank account debit, that is 1 crore 35 lakh 83,000. Now why at this stage company is not receiving the whole amount, that is 1 crore 36 lakh? Because here in the question it is given that all amounts due on allotment and call were received except allotment and final call money on 500 shares held by Himmat Bhai. That means at this stage company received money for 3,99,500 shares only. because Himmat Bhai, a shareholder who was holding 500 shares, could not pay the money at this stage. So 3 lakh 99,500 multiplied by rupees 34, that is the amount per share including premium at the time of allotment, rupees 34. So here 3 lakh 99,500 multiplied by rupees 34, that comes to 1 crore 35 lakh 83,000. Then calls in arrears account will be debited. So first let us understand what is calls in arrears. See, when company makes call for allotment money or call money, and if some shareholder fails to pay such amount on due date, such unpaid amount is transferred to calls in arrears account. In such case, there are two methods to deal with accounting effect of calls in arrears. First, without opening calls in arrears account. Under this method, there is no need to open calls in arrears account. When company calls for installment amount on any call, then the actual amount received from the shareholders is debited to bank account and is credited to relevant call account. Then, uh, the respective call account will show a debit balance equal to the unpaid amount of the call. When the unpaid amount is received from shareholder in future, the bank account is debited and the relevant call account is credited. Then second is by opening calls in arrears account. Under this method, calls in arrears account is opened. Any amount received from shareholders against any call is debited to bank account, and amount which is not received from shareholder is debited to calls in arrears account. On a later date, when the arrears amount on call is received, bank account is debited and the calls in arrears account is credited. So at the end, calls in arrears is closed. Calls in arrears is a temporary loss for business. So here we have opened calls in arrears account. So here uh, the amount which is not received from shareholder is debited to calls in arrears account, that is rupees 17,000, that is 500 multiplied by rupees 34. Then equity share allotment account will be credited by rupees 1 crore 36 lakh. So here out of 1 crore 36 lakh, company has received 1 crore 35 lakh 83,000 and company has not received 17,000 from shareholder. So let's move to the next entry. When the amount of share premium is called with final call, or when final call is made. So here equity share final call account will be debited with the total final call money payable including premium, that is 4 lakh multiplied by rupees 13. Rupees 13 is the amount per share at the time of final call including premium, that comes to 52 lakh. Then equity share capital account will be credited with the final call money payable towards share capital, that is 4 lakh multiplied by rupees 3, that comes to 12 lakh. Then security with premium account will be credited with the amount of premium paid with final call money, that is 4 lakh multiplied by rupees 10, that comes to 40 lakh. In narration, we will write being amount due on final call on 4 lakh allotted shares. Now let us see next journal entry. when final call money is received. Here, at this stage, company received money for 3,99,200 shares only, because Himmat Bhai, who was holding 500 shares, and another shareholder, that is Hema, who was holding 300 shares, could not pay money at this stage. So here company received the amount for 3,99,200 shares only. So here 3,99,200 shares multiplied by rupees 13, that is the amount per share including premium at the time of final call, that comes to 51,89,600. Then calls in arrears account will be debited by rupees 10,400. That is, company did not receive money for 800 shares. That is 500 plus 300. That comes to 800. So 800 company did not receive money for 800 shares. So 800 multiplied by rupees 13, that comes to 10,400 will be debited to calls in arrears account. Then equity share final call account will be credited by rupees 52 lakh. That means here out of rupees 52 lakh, company received 51 lakh 89,600 amount, and company did not receive rupees 10,400 from shareholders. So here we have completed this question. A small note to remember, students: when the share capital is credited or debited, it will always be with the face value of the shares. That means no premium or discount should be included. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.